little dirty boxing. Not a whole lot of. I can't tell if if the other girl is head fighting properly, or the bar is kind of right in the way. I can't tell if she's positioning her head right. And no, it doesn't look like it.
Maybe they put the viewpoint a little bit better by the promoters.
Right. Well, she's got the crossface and still controlling her right arm.
I may send my son out to grab my binoculars a little bit later on.
Right.
Up, but back to the knees. She's got her back on the cage. A lot of dirty boxing, Greco fighting going on.
It'd be good for her to switch it up a little bit and throw a little uppercuts in there.
Becky needs to kind of work to get those overhooks.
But I've been maintaining for years. You know what? This is where MMA is done. You know, the clinch right here.
Yeah,
absolutely. Boxing, there's clinching in boxing, but they do it to break themselves up.
Right.
You know, there's clinching in kickboxing, but if they're not active, then they break them up. You know, MMA, the two things, they get to work from that clinch, and you can punch below the waist.
Yeah, that's the core.
I love that.
But nobody does it.
I've done it a little bit in sparring.
No, I'm talking about like tonight.
Yeah.
You just don't see it.
Tonight.
That and foot stomps.
Oh man, and
I don't know why they don't use them.
Those were so effective. You know who was the best foot stomper in the UFC?
Who was that?
Chris Lieben. That guy would try to tear your toe off. I mean, every time he stomped down, it sounded like a sledgehammer hitting the mat. One of our fighters, one of our black belts, John.
Oh, yeah.
He in his kickdown event, he was throwing some amazing foot stomps.
When the guy's kind of like scooting around trying to get away from those foot stomps. It's
doing a little tap dance.
One of those things, yeah.
Is this guy wearing a cup?
I don't know.
It's a sock.
it's a long sock.
It's a tube sock.
And this lady, this young lady right over here loves it. She is all about it.
Yeah, she's all about it.
She loves his tube socks.
That's how you know we're on Palmer Park and Academy right here.
The dance she's doing reminds me of Ferris Bueller's Day.
Look at her. She's trying to get his attention.
She's
trying to get it. Hey, over here with the tube socks. Come here.
Oh, you know she pre-gamed this one. It's a little too early to be that happy.
She's definitely got her IUD in. Oh, is that not what you meant?
I was saying pre-game in the alcohol, but I'm sure that's what you're talking. That's good.
I still think.
Oh, beautiful!
Oh, nice,
beautiful
big right hand.
Oh, she went in for the double shot.
Oh, she's got the guillotine possibility coming up.
Yeah, keep working on the
those legs
wrist.
back.
To the side.
Kick those legs back. Get that leg out.
Ankle pick.
Nice, beautiful. Yep,
yep. Drew Lawrence definitely trains his fighters correctly. So.
He sure does. Excellent coach.
And I've heard that he is one of the best corners. I've cornered with him. We cornered for Ty's fight together. That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
Does she have a darce? It looked to me like she had a darce for a second, but
no,
I was working on a modified.
Her right
guillotine.
arm is on the ground right now. It's based.
Did she pull her into on her back?
Yeah.
No, she's still got the guillotine in there though.
How's her hips? I can't see her hips. I don't know which position.
The ground. She's on the ground, but she's trying to wrench it in there.
Is she in the right position on her hips?
Oh, she's got it in the quasi-rubber guard with the...
Oh, that's beautiful.
So she's definitely controlling it. She's keeping her from stacking up.
Mission control a little bit.
I know she's
pulling a suede. She needs to abandon it.
Well, she needs to use her left hand and grab her foot and pull down.
For mission control?
Yeah, that's one of the
now she's doing it, looks like.
It's one of the things I loved about it. And like when you can't punch, you grabbing your leg and forcing and still digging your foot into the ribs.
She's got the arm there.
She's mounted.
Not yet. She has pulled the half guard. And
kicked
her off. She's up.
Back up there. I'm sure we're going to see a
right
whole
away,
bunch of knees
Right
now.
away, you need to get in. Get active right away.
Can't wait. Oh.
Come on, girl.
Big left hand.
Don't wait.
There it was.
Now knees. Keep her back on. You got to get her back off that cage.
And again, double barrel doo-doo. We're here at Rubicon VI, and we're just hanging out and having a lot of fun. And it's the first time ever we've been Well, anywhere.
Remote. Anywhere. We got Eric Lalone.
It's awesome. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Love having you. We were talking about it earlier. Where'd Matthew go?
He's right behind us.
And that's Christopher.
Oh, I'm sorry, Christopher. Why did I say Matthew?
The poor kid's just going to sit there and listen to us. He doesn't have any headphones on. He's kind of like, I wonder what those sons of bitches
we
are saying
sound so
about
freaking
me.
boring right now.
We only brought one spare.
I was going to bring the other one, but I figured we would only just interview one person. So
solid knees. I mean, this is a tough fight to judge. I think Becky definitely had the first round and probably, I don't know. This could go either way, I think. Tough fight.
No, Becky, she has it. That was all her.
Well,
I mean, it's not all her, but I mean, she had the most strikes. She had the most knees.
She definitely did the most damage.
Yeah, so
she looks pretty elated.
If anything, it'll probably be a 29-28 round there.
I would think so. I hope she gets it. She works her ass off. She really does. And she has for years.
And how many kids do you have, Shane? Like one or two?
I think so, yeah. So.
It's always cool to see the moms out there. You know, because everybody gets on there like, oh, you know, you're a mom, you can't do anything. All you do is take care of the kids. And then you see moms out there freaking whooping ass.
Her Facebook cover profile picture is her in the cage striking it. You know, I mean, how cool for the kids to say, yeah, my mom's a cage fighter.
Yep.
Well, it depends on what school you're at.
You know, well,
yeah, my mom beats people up. She gets hit all the time.
Well,
what do you mean she gets hit all the time?
D20 has a no tolerance policy, sir.
But then you get the kids that actually take it to heart and go, oh yeah, my mom can beat up your dad.
Right. And that's not too far fetched nowadays.
No,
there's a lot of snowflakes out there and a lot of tough women.
Waiting on the decision right now.
This is one of the things I love about MMA and fighting in general is the camaraderie directly after you just tried to beat the shit out of somebody is, you know, you found a new buddy, a new friend right away.
And you know what? You're right. Even in the gym, you know, you get somebody that was, you know what, yeah, you didn't really care for, or they maybe came in with an attitude. You guys trade leather together. You know, you're friends for life.
Absolutely.
It's kind of like your best friend was the kid you got into the first fight with when you were a kid.
Absolutely.
Well, and if you're that person that doesn't accept that, and then you're not meant to be there.
Yeah.
And I've done it a million times where I've kicked people out, and they hate me for it, and they still hate me for it. And it's been years, but all the same, I mean, it's. I'm the type of
30-27. I think it's going to go.
Yeah,
it's gotta
she's
go to
got
her.
it.
They gave it to her. Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Good job.
Awesome. Wow. I don't know that I agree with the 30-27, but that's awesome for her. She definitely did win the fight.
At the same point, it could have gone just the other way, and that's why it's always good to try to end those fights and not take it to the judges' scorecards.
If you're standing up there and you don't already have your hand raised in confidence, then
your job is to make the judge's job as easy as possible for your fight.
That's right.
Yeah, it was definitely well deserved.
That's awesome. Good for her. I gotta go say good job to her.
Go.
Christopher, come on. Jump in there, man.
We got Christopher Lalone coming in.
A new guest.
This is my boy. He's
a Muay Thai specialist.
I wouldn't go so far as to say a specialist, but he's definitely an up and comer. So he's 2-0 right now.
2-0.
Fought his first bout at 14 years old and last year, and then he just fought his second one. But he had to take a little time off because of the grades and the grade point average. And that was Dad's doing.
It happens, man. I do it with my kids too. And
you have to, and if you don't drop the hammer on them, then you know what, they're going to think that it doesn't make that big of a difference. And believe me, you know, fighting is a short time span compared to life.
Yeah. Well, and he's sitting here silent because he's like, "Shut the hell up, Dad. Come on, man."
Yeah. So, you know, what do you think of the fight so far, Christopher?
The fights are good. I definitely have some skilled people out here. They have a lot they can work on, but I can learn from them as well. Always good.
you know, the person who thinks they know it all is definitely the guy who needs to do the most training.
Right. No, my son, I drive him crazy. He's huge in football. He's a freshman playing varsity on Rampart team.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, so he's really kicking butt. But like on Sundays, I mean, I'm a Cowboys dude, but we watch all the games, and I tell him we're not watching the football game to watch the football game. We're watching the football game to watch your position and watch the people that have gone through all this process and see how they work through everything and learn from it.
Yeah.
Because when I watch fights, and tonight's a little bit different because we're like distracted, but when I watch fights, I piece it out and I break it up and I see, okay, well, what can I learn from what's happening there?
No,
you know?
you definitely have to. If you're not, then then you're just kind of stagnant.
Yeah.
You know, fights. I just had this whole conversation with somebody recently that was like, oh, I'm like, listen, you're doing the same stuff that you were doing back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, well, I don't reinvent the wheel. I'm like, listen, the wheels are being reinvented. We're not on these stone wheels anymore. We're on these high performance friggin' 80,000-mile tires that go through anything, run flat, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I said, listen, just because you're not reinventing it doesn't mean that they're not reinventing around you.
Right. And if you're not willing to do it, someone else is doing it, and you're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, the fact that you say that you're watching it and you're kind of like bringing something back with it, that's big.
I can always watch. I can always learn from something.
Yeah. I mean, I'll watch fights. Like, I watch my own fights, and not because I want to see myself or any of that stuff. But But I watch myself, and I say, okay, well, damn, why did I do that? I could have done this, and I could have done better. And
you learn from your past mistakes.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I've had a lot of fights over the years, and your dad has actually cornered me. Yeah. He's done ring announcing with me, and, I mean, he's seen me do a lot of stuff, too. And I've made some really stupid mistakes in my past. And like I was telling you earlier, like I'm 15, 20 pounds away from fight weight.
Yeah.
And the only way I'd be willing to go back in there is if I have a camp that is just going to eat me up and teach me all new things. Because the one thing, like with Pacific Warriors and Gabe Charbonneau and all that, the one thing that I always learned was always be a student. And that never left me.
No, definitely. So and Gabe's good people. I was just down there a couple weeks ago.
Were you really?
Yeah, we were down there.
Nice.
So I don't even remember what we were doing. So, but no, we were always training, getting up the sparring, and just getting out there. Not trying to be the big fish in the little pond. Because the big fish get eaten when they go to the big pond.
Yeah. Well, like when I came over to your place, I was doing some light stuff with Larry.
Yeah.
And, like I've always been that person, like I'll take punches like all day long. But then I started like, all right, it's starting to hurt. Like I got to figure this out. But, and same thing with him, like on the ground. Like I was just submitting him over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
But he was like, no, okay, what did you just do? Like what just happened right there? And he wanted to learn. He wanted to hear what was going on. So, if you're a student and you're always willing to learn, then you're going to become better. Even, you don't have to be in the UFC. You don't have to be in the NFL. But it's more of a character-based.
Yeah, and it's cool because right after that, we took Larry up to Montana.
And he destroyed that poor
25 seconds. Did you see the fight?
Yeah. But he hasn't fought since, has he?
He hasn't. He's been traveling a lot. Yeah. He's been heading overseas and stuff, doing a lot of different training and stuff. So
okay,
all right, working.
Okay,
so he's been doing that, and now so we're looking to get him back. He keeps threatening it. So it's a lot to see.
He's got to do it. Man, this guy has got beautiful hair.
You like the hair, huh?
It's so. Is it weird?
Like, he's a bearded Fabio.
Like,
remember Fabio?
Yeah, I know who Fabio is.
Oh.
But it's just, he's so awkwardly beautiful. I don't know what to say about it. Like, I want to go up and give him...
Alabama or Skinner?
I want to go up and give him a hug, dude.
You almost want to go up to him and go, play Freebird! Play Freebird!
Do you think that he would let me run my fingers through his hair?
that's one you just got to kind of go up behind and just kind of gently stroke.
No, you got to ask
I go,
him.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.